Apply pressure from every angle, you feel me? Yeah, you know, attack mode. Never fold, man. Nah, never fold, never quit, yeah. Keep going, like, yeah.
Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta,
yeah, I smoke that dang. Tryna get M's in the bank, fuck what they think. Knock a nigga whole mouth out. Come side me, top break, throw hands like Tank. Knock it out the park like Hank. I've been doing them planks, what you got on my drink? I've been trying to keep my sane. Humanity so lame, fuck you and your gang. Speaking on the dead man's name.
Roll Tide, Roll Tide. Here we go. Roll Tide, Roll Tide. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. Roll Tide for the pride, man. I repeat, Roll Tide for the pride, baby. Here we go again. Here we go again, right? Recap of practice 2, day 2. Deboer speaks. I repeat, Deboer speaks. It has begun. It has begun. We're going to get into news and break it down. What happened with Bama, what happened at Bama, but majority of the live will be about Kalen Deboer speaking on the team, on his players, of course, and just what he had to say for real. I'm going to get into some other recruiting news, probably be about an hour live here, search somewhere in that vicinity. Now we know the second day of spring ball happened. Like, competition all over the field, period. Competition all over the field. We already know what level of competition the quarterback room brings, right? We know what the level of competition in the running back room is. Xavier Crowell, Daniel Hill, right? A.K. Deere, Kelly Riley, all that. So we understand the levels of competition. You go to the O-line, you got players who remained in the building last year. You got new faces who came in through the portal, right? You got recruits, freshmen, sophomores. Michael Carroll, expecting a big season from him. I repeat, expecting a big season from Michael Carroll. And Kalen Deboer, K-Dog, it seems like he is building the team he wants to build, right? Right, no cap. He is building the team that he wants to build, bro. Period. He said it a while ago. He knows, he understands what a championship football team looks like. And can you doubt him? I mean, can you really doubt him? He led Washington all the way. Now they came up short, of course, but at the end of the day, bro, you know what it is. Tunes. Just invite them to your jam. Hu Yang, what up? What up, Hu Yang? Hu Yang in the building. Hu Yang in the building, baby. Roll Tide, full of pride. I repeat, Roll Tide, heavy. You know, early, bro, for real. But yeah, DeBoer is building his team his way, the way he wants to build it, the way he wants to rock and roll with it and break it down in the boogie downtown. So you got to respect the man for that. But it's going to be very interesting to see these position battles, defensive side of the ball as well. One thing I'm very impressed with as far as the whole strength and conditioning program goes, right, is the weight certain players put on. That's so important. Oh yeah, baby, for real, Holmes. The weight certain players put on, even a Yanze Pierre. Yeah, Yanze Pierre added some real good weight, Holmes. Heavy. I did about 2 lives ago. All the freshmen that came in heavier, sophomores came in heavier, juniors, but also players who lost weight as well benefits them in a positive way, like Terrence Mean Green. It didn't hurt him shedding some pounds. No, he's still strong, still powerful, still big, still a big body, but way more athletic, scary, spooky, way more developed, scary, spooky, Holmes, right? Quicker, faster, and still strong, and still a big ox up front, homie, for real. So him cutting weight, don't get scared. Don't let it catch you off guard. Don't think it's a bad thing that Terrence Mean Green lost negative 13 pounds or lost 13 pounds and then some. Yeah, bro. Don't let it scare you, you know? Don't get caught up in all the hype. Now, size matters. It's important. but it's not the only thing that matters when we talking up front and all that. You definitely want big bodies, big juggernauts, but they have to fit your scheme as well, right? You know, he had to lose some weight and shed some weight to fit the scheme more, so he could move faster, move quicker in the scheme, right? When you're slanting left, slanting right, going left, adjusting your levels and all that, changing gaps, boom. You know, Alabama defense relies on quick players up front, bro, that can get in their gaps quickly and swiftly and dominate. I repeat, dominate. So he had to shed some pounds. But I repeat, it's a good thing for him. Every situation, every player is different. But shout out Terrence Mean Green for putting that work in. No cap, roll tide. But a lot of players put on weight, drop weight. You know, Sedarian Morgan, how he coming in at 223, wearing number 8. Now be very careful. Very careful of the early comparisons of him to Julio, but understand he has the potential to be a great player. When I say the wide receiver room, nobody in the wide receiver room is not safe. I really mean that. He was not safe in that receiver room. And Ryan Williams, guess what? If his head ain't on right, you think what you think. You think they just gonna give him the number one spot and all that? No, man. Hell to the no, no, no. Which they shouldn't, bruh. Period. We saw last year his reps got subtracted. Definitely, Holmes. Period. I repeat, he got less reps as the season went along. Now, he had some nice plays, very elite grabs, but we need more from him. Definitely. Period. Ain't no way around it, right? Right. Roll tide. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what really happens. You got dogs out there like Rico Scott who want to prove a point, who got something to prove, a chip on their shoulder, heavy. You think they gonna lay down? You think Sedarian Morgan gonna lay down? Some of these other younger guys gonna lay down? Huh? Cave in, give in, hell to the no, no, no. Better wake up, smell the coffee for real, Holmes, early. It ain't just gonna be no cake. Whoa. You're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to fight for it, scratch for it, claw for it, bleed for it, even maybe, baby. But may the best man win. I repeat, may the best man win. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Boom. See what's going on. I'm gonna just dive in with Deboer. Dive in right with Deboer. K Dog. K Dog. Work, K Dog. Word. Work it, JT. Work it. Let's go, man. Hey. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get them roll ties in the chat. Let me get them roll ties in the chat as well, right? And then Bama has a lot of flexibility at certain positions, especially on the defensive side of the ball, right? At that bandit and wolf spot, right? That bandit and wolf position. You hear me? Heavy roll tide. So they have the luxury of having many players who can play many different roles on the interior, exterior of the defensive line for real. You know, you got Justin Hill, Yanze Pierre. You got Caleb Woodson out of Virginia Tech. Some saying he is a captain type addition. I repeat, a captain type addition, baby. You hear me? Heavy, for real. So this is a great sign for Bama. You know, it's I never forget it's a good problem to have when you have a lot of depth. Yeah, man, roll tide, man. You know, for real. Here we go, bro. 1 second, 1 second. Go ahead and dive into the board. We're gonna just go from there. Make sure, man. Make sure, hey, you a Bama fan, you come in the chat. Let me get them roll ties in the chat, bro. Them roll ties in the chat, right? You come in the chat, like it up. You come in the chat, like it up, right? Support the grind, support the channel, Holmes. Roll tide, full of pride, win, lose, or draw. We come to win, period. Roll tide. On, bro. So this is that boy Deboer done lost some weight, ain't it? Hold on now, Deboer, ain't it? That boy, what that boy Deboer doing, ain't it? Oh my. That boy Deboer done lost some weight, huh? No cap. Hold up. Let me share. Let me get to it. Let me get to it and do it. We're gonna get to it and do it. Huh? Yeah. Boom, here we go, man. Here we go. Lock in with me. I repeat, lock in with me.
Yeah, it's the time of the year where it's all about the work, and guys did that, in the weight room, good 7 weeks.
You heard what he said, time of the year. It's all about the work. He said the guys did that 7, 8 weeks. They been going hard, going at it, grinding. I knew them boys was going hard, going at it, grinding as well, Holmes. Period. You saw the pictures, you saw the videos, maybe, baby. It ain't crazy, right? Finna do them shady, dog. Roll Tide, straight up. Yeah. But Kalen Deboer then lost some pounds. Shout out Kalen Deboer for losing some pounds in the boogie downtown. Look at K-Dog, man. Slimming up, trimming up. Huh? What he trying to do, bro? What he trying to do? Heavy, man. Roll Tide. Huh? Clap it up for Deboer. Clap it up for Deboer. Yeah. Come on, huh? Clap it up for Deboer, man, for shedding some pounds in the Roll Tide town. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Yeah, come on, no? We know what it is. We know what it ain't. Money in the bank. Hold on, here we go.
Get on the football field, what they love to do. So we'll still, every other day be hitting the weights and making sure our conditioning's good, but 2 practices in already. So questions?
Where do you guys stand from an injury standpoint?
There's some guys that are still limited or out, really going back to the season. So nothing new.
And you talk about injuries, as we already know, London Simmons. London Simmons, one of the main names that are injured right now. But hey, take advantage of the opportunity. Whoever fills in, whoever is the backup, just like Jan Zapier, the Jan Zapier situation, right, Holmes? Jan Zapier, a guy goes down, what does he do? He steps up and he shows up and shows out. I repeat, Holmes, he shows up and shows the hell out. Heavy, Roll Tide, early, man. Yeah, but it is what it is. Let's get it.
Nothing new that's happened in practice the first couple of days.
Could you tell us who some of those guys
Who you got?
I don't know. I mean, if guys from last season.
You got Zebo, Latham, will be out for the spring. You got Bray will be limited contact, just coming off of stuff from the fall.
I believe he said Bray Hubbard will be limited in spring during spring practice. So Bray Hubbard must have been banged up, Holmes. Bray Hubbard must have got wore down a little bit, right? Because it's now spring. I understand the season's still semi-freshly, newly over, but you expect Bray Hubbard to be ready to rock and roll and lock in. But maybe he took a real beating, got banged up in more ways than one last year. Man, dog, you never know. Here we go, man. Roll Tide. Hold up, where we at? Right here, boom.
London Simmons will be out for the spring. Will Sanders.
London Simmons, a big name. You expect a lot from London Simmons. Got a lot of reps last year as a freshman, man. I was expecting a big season from London Simmons, no cap. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Really good thing it happened now. Now, spring ball definitely matters. But as long as you're available off season, summer program, fall, get back in the groove, the mix, he should be all right. But it gives other guys opportunity to take over his starting spot. Like I say, bro, ain't nothing guaranteed for no player on the squad. Heavy. Roll Tide.
Will be out for the spring.
How the quarterbacks looking? 2 practices in.
Yeah, you can tell that they've had a number of reps, from the last year under their belt. Playing with confidence, calling the play in the huddle with confidence. Both of them, light years of where they were at a year ago, obviously, and they should be. Love the talent level as far as that's concerned is not a question. It's just a matter of them building the rapport with their skill around them, making the throws when they're there, feeling the timing and trust, and just feeling comfortable in the pocket, and that just comes with time, feeling comfortable with your offensive line doing the job up front. So like what they've done through 2 practices, creating some good explosives on their end, good feel, working the mobility when they have to. And that's part of football too. It forces scramble drills and things like that. When that does come up, that helps our defense as well. So I think they're really.
Well, hold on. Let me run that back a little bit. Matter of fact, as well. Hold on 1 second.
Playing with confidence, calling the play in the huddle with confidence. Both of them, light years of where they were at a year ago, obviously, and they should be. Love. The talent level as far as that's concerned is not a question. It's just a matter of them building the rapport with their skill around them, making the throws when they're there, feeling the timing and trust, and just feeling comfortable in the pocket, and that just comes with time, feeling comfortable with your offensive line doing the job up front. So like what they've done through 2 practices, creating some good explosives on their end, good feel, working the mobility when they have to. And that's part of football too. It forces scramble drills and things like that. When that does come up, that helps our defense as well. So I think they're really putting a lot of pressure on our defense doing the same to them.
The turnover that you're looking at on the offensive line is high, even for the transfer portal era. Between all the new starters you need and a new offensive line coach, I mean, have you ever started from scratch with an offensive line quite like this?
Maybe not quite to that extent.
And when he says started from scratch, he literally means start from scratch. A lot of new faces, I repeat, a lot of new faces who will step up, who will fill in. New guys like Rayson Delgado, Ty Haywood, the list goes on, right? Michael Carroll, will he take that next step, solidify his position as a tackle, as a starter, a captain, a leader on the team? Javin James out the portal, a lot of talent all around in the building. Nick Brooks, a big body, 6'8", 6'7", 330 plus. How will he adapt? How will he develop in the new scheme, in the new system, right? Adrian Clem, new O-line coach. Everyone's excited for. Me as well, me included, definitely, right? So we'll see how this O-line turns out, and we'll see how this quarterback room and quarterback competition turns out. At the end of the day, when all the smoke clears, it's going to be one man left as far as the QB1. Here we go. Roll Tide.
Stand across the board when you talk about the coach and all the players. But you've had times where there's 3-4 starters that you have to replace. And so guys are hungry. Guys come in, they're wide-eyed, ready to learn. It creates competition. That's what you want across your team, but especially in that room. And they, really made a lot of improvements in the strength, and really excited about. You want to be excited about every guy, but excited about some certain guys in particular. And now you just got to see that translate onto the football field. And right now, there's still some thinking going on. They're trying to get used to just what their job is, much less trying to get used to playing with the guy next to him and hearing those calls when the bullets are really flying. Walkthroughs are one thing, in the meeting rooms another, but now you get on the football field. So there's a learning curve that these guys will go through, but I'm excited about what Coach Clem brings and the mindset. And that's really what you're trying to create as a football team, but especially up front, you're creating a mindset, creating an attitude here as you go through the practices.
Seems like a lot of it.
Yeah, that attitude, that mindset, like you said, that mind frame, physicality, aggressiveness, confidence, and belief, determined to win, will to win, setting the standard for real. Shout out K-Dog once again for shedding some pounds in the boogie downtown, baby. Roll Tide.
It seems like a lot of those guys have versatility too. Are you looking for them to kind of at one spot, like depending on the guy, or are you looking at them at multiple spots, kind of mixing and matching, and what's kind of plan?
Yeah, you're going to try to keep them homed in on one spot. You're right, there is some versatility with a number of guys. That's nice, but you also don't want to get fallen into the trap where you're moving guys around, and now that continuity, that familiarity that I'm talking about, it's something that you don't see, and now you're not making the strides you want. So try to get guys in spots, try to keep it consistent here. We'll see as the weeks go on, and some of it's determined by health, You know, we're in a good spot right now, but some of it's determined as you go through spring practices, just like in the fall. So, like where we're at, kind of got a couple lineups with guys playing spots that you know, they can kind of get a rhythm, be comfortable playing next to each other with.
Coach, you mentioned Coach Clem. How would you assess the offensive staff additions to the first few practices of spring, and what have their contributions been?
Yeah, I think, you know, we had great coaches that were here that I really appreciate, and opportunities for them to move on.
Of course, he had to say we had great coaches here. Everybody knows that's cap, but he has to be politically correct, right? Say the right thing. Everyone knows Nick Sheridan was trash, right? Everybody knows Chris Kapalovic wasn't good. At least the O-line didn't perform well at all. So of course, Kalen Deboer, K-Dog has to say that and be friendly and talk polite and all that. But deep down, he know Nick Sheridan finna go to Michigan State and do absolutely nothing. You hear me? Period. Now, I wish him the best, unless he ever comes to school, to Alabama territory. But I definitely wish the man the best. But I don't believe in him as an offensive coordinator, as a true OC. You will see, and you will see for sure how it goes down at Michigan State, bro. Period. You got Chris Cap going to Auburn. I don't care. I could give a damn. That's a plus for Bama, if you ask me. Let him go to Auburn. Watch us dominate. I repeat, let him go coach at Auburn. Watch us dominate their trenches, period.
Which they deserve. And, you know, just coming in, 3 guys on offense, Nix, Owens, and Clem. I think there's a mindset that they have, experience factor that they have, whether it's at this level or the NFL. And they know what it's supposed to look like. I think the thing that jumps out at me is with them in particular, is how efficient they can be. And I think the great coaches can identify something, articulate it very quickly. It makes sense to the player, not putting too much in their head, so they can play fast. But you're coaching, you know, and that's your job. And so the players are supposed to compete and grind and refine what they're doing. They're taking it all in because they do see the expertise that these coaches have.
Coach, 2 practices in, including the fourth quarter, which incoming freshmen have stood out to you? And do you see anybody being able to contribute bigly in the fall?
Yeah, I think it's too early to just sit and pick guys up. I mean, I'm really pleased with them as a whole. I think it starts with, you know, the way that they built their bodies up. Some guys, and I know you guys have seen we released the weights.
A lot of guys put that work in, built their bodies up, got more mature, came in heavier, right? Came in heavier, came in bigger, you know? Just what it is. You know, that's just what it is, man.
And some guys have put on some really good weight, and it's exciting to see that already and what that could be now, but especially in the fall as they continue to feel that weight and move with it.
Yeah, and that was important for guys to put weight on as well, right? You know, definitely important to build their bodies up, take on blocks, take on hits, be better against the run game, period. But shout out to the work they put in this offseason already before the spring and the spring now. Dude's been working, man. Respect. Roll Tide.
Horsepower underneath the pads when we put those on. You know, staff did a great job, I think, recruiting guys that can come in like we did the last 2 years that can play early.
So let me see. Army in the building. Army EP in the building. Shout out Army EP6FZ in the building. Sedarian Morgan is going to be hard to keep off the field. Big facts, Army. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide heavy. Let's get it. Real, bro. No cap. He says Sedarian Morgan is going to be hard to keep off the field this year. Gotta say it again, one more again, man. Roll Tide. Yo, and hold on one second. Let me bring the screen in, but bring the screen way in. But that's big facts, Army. Like when I say no one is safe, no one is really safe, Holmes. Like it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. Ryan Williams is not safe. He better be prepared. He better be ready. So Darian Morgan is coming in and will make noise. loud as hell at that. Coming down, beating down the block. You hear me? You know how old school come through that thing, bumping and dumping and jumping, beating the block down. You hear me? Early, man. Them 12s busting. What Webby said. I got 6 12s. Yeah, that's how Sedarian Morgan coming around that bitch. Roll Tide. 223 pounds, freshman, 6'4", right? Now we got to slow down on the Julio Jones comparisons, but size-wise, you understand why, correct? But he's wearing the number 8 for a reason. He's rocking number 8 for a reason, baby. Ain't it crazy? Huh? So I'm right there with you, Army. I'm right there with you, Army. You hear me? Heavy, bro. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk for nobody. Guess what? Everybody gonna earn it. From Ryan Williams to Lloyd Sear Brooks, huh? To Rico Scott, whoever and whenever. There's dogs out there who wanna bite. Them levy dogs finna eat, and we gonna find out. Can't forget Army, right? We can't forget Army. Noah Rogers coming in, Holmes, from NC State. Ain't it great? Noah Rogers from NC State. You hear me? Heavy, dog. Don't be surprised if he come in and make some shade. Yeah, put the food on his plate, baby. Yeah, roll Tide. Understand? It's all about how fast the new O-line coach can get our O-line fixed. Army coming in hot, baby. Army coming in hot, baby. You hear me? Heavy, roll Tide. I like that. Yeah. I like that. You hear me? Roll Tide. Army in the building, man. Army in the building. Let's get it. Spring ball is here. This has to be the tallest QB room in my lifetime. Nobody's under 6'3" at QB. Well, damn, bro. Big boys out there, Army. Big boys out there. Hey, Army, who you got? Who you got in the QB competition? Who you leaning towards, Army? Let me know. Let me know, Army, who you got winning the QB battle. You rocking with Mac or you rocking with Keelan? I repeat, you rocking with Austin Mack or Keelan Russell? Army say Keelan. Keelan Russell, interesting. Now I must ask you why. Army. Expound, baby, expound, bro. I must know. I repeat, I must know for sure. Why you think Keelan Russell will win the job? You know, because we being real, they're both talented. Army. They have different strengths. Keelan Russell may be a little more accurate. Austin Mack probably has the more powerful arm. Let me know what you think, though. Let me know what you think. Hey, fire the chat up, man. You come in the chat, make sure you like it up. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Takes less than 1 second, right? Why not? Support the grind, Holmes. Support the channel. Roll Tide. He's got the highest upside, in my opinion. He was the number 2 overall player for a reason. Big facts, no cap. Big facts, no cap. But Austin Mack is still learning. Austin Mack is still developing, bro. And we talking about 1 year right now. We talking about 1 year. Who can win the job in just this year alone? You know, that's the state of college football right now, too. Because in all reality, either one of those guys could hit the portal next year. So we talking about who can give you the best chance to win now. That is the main question, Army. But you rocking with Keelan Russell, I dig it. I still say it's up in the air. Spring will tell a lot, but it's still up in the air for real. If we don't fix the O-line, it won't matter who wins. Boom, there you go. There you go, Army. You coming in hot, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. You bringing in that heat, boy. Summer coming early. I repeat, the summer coming early. Where the sirens round this bitch. Roll Tide. Oh, yeah. That's definitely facts, bro. You don't fix your O-line, none of it will matter. It will all be chatter. Here we go. So let's get back to it.
You know, these guys are going to have to figure it out, the learning curve we talk about with being new, and get out there and be ready to compete. You know, they get the install now, they get the install again in the summer, they get the install in the fall. And so by that time, there's a lot of guys that I know will be able to help us out.
Look like Drake or back out there at Ferguson stand, and what did it take to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, he had consequences for what he did and the things he's gone through. Still pieces to that.
Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., he must grow up this year as well. He must stay out of trouble, Holmes. Keep his mind right, keep the right people around him. Focus on his craft. I repeat, focus on his craft. He has all the talent in the world, for sure. I mean, once again, his dad was a Bama legend. He could be the same way, depending on how much he wants it, period. Biggest thing for him, can he stay focused, Holmes? Can he stay locked in, bro? Can he stay locked in, right? Not get in trouble, not do nothing stupid, heavy, not be out there partying all night, get at the wrong place, wrong time, getting suspended for dumb shit and all that. He need to tighten the fuck up. Got an opportunity of a lifetime. And his physicality is unmatched. One thing about him, he can bring it. He want all the smoke. When it come to hitting right and catching real contact, guess what? He want all the smoke. No joke. No joke. Roll Tide full of pride. So Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., keep an eye out for him. Keep pay attention to his name. Will it ring bells for the wrong thing or the bad thing? I repeat, will Drake Kirkpatrick Jr.'s name ring bells for the wrong thing or bad thing? That's up to him, period. Hands down, man down, no cap. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide. Here we go. Here we go.
That he's taken care of when it comes to those consequences with the team, but missed a lot of the season last year. To be able to get back in the spot where he's on the football field, but he met those requirements and has a great attitude about him. He loves ball, and he's got to build the trust up with his teammates out there on the football field every day. That he'll do the things not just on the field but off as well to meet the standard of what our program expects.
What have the conversations been like with Ryan Williams becoming an upperclassman, Germ leaving, and trying to fill that void?
No, he's basically asking him, what have the conversations been with Ryan Williams? I hope the conversations have been, hey, get your head out your ass. We need you back. We need that old Ryan Williams back. No doubt. No cap. Early, man. Roll Tide. Did we find a better pass rush this year? Should I hope so, Army? I hope so, Holmes. Heavy. Because guess what? We need one. We for damn sure need one. If we don't have a better rush this year, a better pass rush this year, we may be in trouble. Well, let me come. Oh, hold on, man. Hold on. We got to show some respect to the pass rush as well. But I understand what you're saying, especially in the big games. The pass rush. The Oklahoma game, they got it going towards the end, but Indiana was a wash, period. They look good. First few series, but then it was over. But the pass rush was good in spurts majority of the season. Some games they look good, right? Some games they look bad. So I think the biggest question is, Army, will the pass rush be consistent at all times? But this was an elite defense, a championship winning defense. You hear me? Heavy. I ain't going to sit here and cap about it. But at the end of the day, the biggest question is, I think we will definitely find a pass rush, Army. Will it be a consistent pass rush, right? Week in and week out. That will be the major key right there. Period. I'm not going to be too worried about the defense at all. I think once again, it will be the strong point of the team as in general as a whole. Like I say, the secondary is super elite, maybe the best secondary in the land. Now they got to go out there and prove it, but we got some dogs in that secondary, experience as well. Yeah, we were very inconsistent all year. Big facts, no cap, bro. I repeat, big facts, no cap. Straight up. Consistency, bro, must be consistent. The offense for damn sure wasn't consistent, right, Army? Roll Tide, though. Roll Tide. Let's get back to it. Boom. Here we go. Repeat, here we go.
Well, Ryan, you maybe find someone, but just off the top of my head, he's probably played as many snaps as anyone on our offense. And, that's, again, the turnover that speaks to that. But, he's taken that on. He's taken on a leadership role, and in order to lead and be vocal like he has, and it's in him. And he just brings an energy and enthusiasm that you guys all see. It's nonstop, but in order to do that, you have to do the work. And he's always done the work. And I really feel like he's seeing an opportunity. He continues to raise the work, raise the level that, and be efficient in it. Because, he's always worked, but I think where he's focusing that attention, it's really intentional. And so it's great to see his leadership capabilities. Last year, I really felt like he took a great step, and now it's on another level. And so our team needs that. Our offense needs that.
What do you want to see from the inside linebackers this spring from some guys that have been in the program for a while but maybe haven't had as much game experience?
Yeah, no, we recruited. These guys are pretty much mostly sophomores. Like, CJ would be, a junior, I guess, or, older. And those guys were brought in for a reason, because we saw the graduation of the guys that just left happening. And so they got a chance to learn last year.
Army in the building. Army in the building. That boy say, if we don't beat FSU at home, fans will riot. Man, that boy Army coming in hot, man. Already, what a siren around this bitch. Hey, you was not lying. You was not lying, Army. That is all facts, Holmes. Ain't no way we can lose to Florida State at home even. For the damn show better not lose to Florida State, Holmes. At home, how embarrassing would that be? Then if they win 2 years in a row, hell to the no. That ain't the standard at all. So I feel where you're coming from, for real. No cap. I felt like Ryan was seeing ghosts at times for some of the big hits he took early in the year. Yeah, man. I mean, Ryan Williams dropped a lot of balls as well, Army. Respect to him. I wish him the best. I hope he definitely bounces back. But Ryan Williams dropped a lot of balls as well. Inexcusable drops, inexcusable drop passes, straight up. Uncalled for real. In big time situations even. Third down drops, all that. So we're going to see how this year goes for him, where his mind is really at, where he's at mentally, physically, and spiritually, all in one. We're going to see how it goes, bro, in the boogie down. We're going to see how it goes down in the boogie down town. Oh, yeah. But Ryan Williams must step up, period. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nobody safe. For real.
Here, and now is the opportunity. Yes, they got special teams reps last year, but they got a chance to go out there now, compete, and then bringing in Caleb, who is a captain type guy. His leadership coming in.
He just said Caleb Woodson. Caleb Woodson is a captain type guy. That sounds real good. Feels real good. If you don't know who Caleb Woodson is, right? He came in through the portal, came in through Virginia Tech. Real big linebacker, versatile. Been talking about him all off season. So damn. He can run. He's fast. He can fly to the ball. He can run sideline to sideline. Not only that, though, you hear me? Guess what? He can cover as well. You can drop him back in coverage. He's long, lanky as a linebacker. I repeat, long and lanky as a linebacker, baby. No cap, right? Roll Tide. But yeah, oh yeah, bitch, yeah, roll Tide, because guess what? We got Woodson Holmes. We got Woodson Holmes celebration. Oh yeah.
Has been certainly noted and appreciated. So, those guys all together, learning things together, just excited. And again, they're hungry, just like maybe other positions we're talking about, like the offensive line, where there's a lot of new faces looking for opportunities.
The spring game format coming back, is that something that your guys maybe look forward to, or you as a coach, where's your stance on that?
Yeah, I mean, we always want to scrimmage and have a great spring game. Last year, we just had 2 position groups in particular, but just we wouldn't have been able to put on a good show. We needed to get something out of the practices. Unfortunately, that was where we were at a year ago. I think we're in a different spot this year. We really haven't talked about it as a team. We're just focused on what's next. But, we'd love to get out there and have some fun, practice and get better and scrimmage. That's kind of the expectation that we have for that day. I mean, hopefully nothing crazy happens, but that's what I would expect for A-Day.
How do you plan to navigate spring practice without the spring board workout?
It really doesn't change. I feel like our culture, and a year ago, there was a window, and we were able to retain everyone. We coached our guys hard. I mean, that's what you have to be, and the guys will weed themselves out if it's something that they just don't want to be a part of, and that's meant to be if that's the case. And so we want the guys that want to be here, want to be coached up. The coach's job is to teach, critique, and demand, and we're going to demand the excellence, the greatness out of them every single day. And so, these guys.
Starts with coaching as well. Deboer, you have to bring that out of them, period. I understand Deboer knows that, but it starts with coaching and development. What I always say, coaching is the most important part of the team. I repeat, coaching is the most important part of the team. I stand on that 10 toes down, period. Roll Tide, full of pride, Holmes, heavy. Roll Tide, roll damn tide. Ain't nothing rolling but the tide. Oh, yeah. Very exciting, very exciting. The state of Alabama, bro, for real. Let's see here. Bring back the normal A-Day, no portal, no problem. Yeah, as far as the A-Day game goes, I don't really care about the A-Day game coming back. I feel like you play a full game. It's more risk, more chances for players to be hurt. And we don't want that, right, Army? We don't want that, Holmes. Heavy, you hear me? Heavy, baby. No cap. We want everybody to stay as healthy as possible. I mean, damn, we already got players injured right now, Army, even before spring ball. So we don't need no extra injuries, no extreme injuries at that, right? Now, I understand a light scrimmage, a cool scrimmage for a few minutes, get the fans a little show, but I could care less about what the fans want for real, because guess what, Army? If an important player goes down, the fans ain't going to do nothing for him, right? The fans can't play for Bama or do anything for Bama. So at the end of the day, bro, we need everybody healthy. Now, it's part of the game. It's inevitable you're going to face injuries, Holmes, but try to minimize it. I repeat, try to minimize it in the best way you can. You hear me? Heavy. I understand what you're saying, Army, but we got to think about the bigger picture when we're talking about overall team and being healthy. That's the biggest. That's what matters the most, no doubt. Hinder in the building, Hinder in the building. What up, Hinder? What up, big dog? Heavy. Oh, you dog. We brought in Derek Nix from Auburn and sent Auburn coach Cap. I say we on that trade. I say we won that trade. Definitely won that one, Army. You hear me? That boy Army said we won that bitch. Definitely, homie. For real, bro. Auburn can have Coach Cap. I repeat, Auburn can have Coach Cap. Have fun with him. Lock in with him. I could give a damn. We finna run through Auburn trenches. That's how I feel about it right now. I feel like we finna run through Auburn trenches. Murder ball. Here come murder ball. No doubt. That's true. The season is what matters. Come on now. Heavy. Come on now. Where the siren at? Where the sirens at? Yeah, bitch, yeah. Let's get it. Roll Tide, let's get it. Fitted. That's it right there, Army. Now you're getting it, Holmes. Now you're getting it, baby. That's true. The season is what matters most, for sure. You hear me? No cap. Ain't no way around it. I could care less about an 8-day game. Players getting banged up. I mean, shit. Bray Hubbard banged up right now after the season. So you see how grueling football is in general, but especially the SEC, period. You see how grueling and strenuous the SEC football is on your body. It's a different level, Holmes, a different game. That tells you a lot that Ray Hubbard is still banged up. I mean, shit, bro. It goes down in the SEC land. For real. They don't understand it, though. They don't understand it. That's why they love to throw the Big Ten and the Big Ten and say the Big Ten the best now. Nah. Put a Big Ten team in the SEC. Let them play every year, week in, week out, and see who comes out on top. Period. Then I'll give them all the respect in the world. But until then, no, hell to the no, no, no. SEC is still the best conference. Straight up. Here we go. Let's get back to it real quick. Boom.
These guys, you know, they're going to get coached hard. They want it. The portal window, it probably, if anything, gives you an ease of mind that this is your football team for the most part, whether it's guys leaving or guys coming. And, you know, we get to work as a
Right. See, the good thing about the one plus I say that they have changed already as far as the portal and NIL goes is, right, they changed the whole spring side of it. Spring ball, it's no more transferring in the spring. It's no more portal during spring ball. So that's good. No, they must change some other things as well, but they're starting off on the right foot, but you must speed it up, right? Expeditiously, Holmes, heavy. No way around it. Because if players could leave the spring this year too, oh, it would have been a portal. It would have been portal hell, a portal frenzy. So it's good they added that to the rules, laws, whatever you want to call it. That players it's no more a transfer portal in the spring. After the winter, January, it's over. And that's how it should be. Now fix it even more. Fix this problem, this issue even more, period. Shout out Nick Saban for going around yonder to the White House and letting it be known, no doubt.
team to build what we want to become, and this is the time that you do that.
What have you seen or what stands out from transfer Racing Delgado? Can you tell us about Racing?
Yeah, he's come in, really built himself up. I think the strength and conditioning program was a big part that he was excited about. He took advantage of that.
No, he asked him about Racing Delgado, the center from Cal Poly, who they brought in through the portal. Racing Delgado. Now, Racing Delgado, dog, he's a dog. Put on a film. He's a mauler. He goes all day. He can go all day. He can go all night. Real physical, real feisty, real shaky, bakey, baby. All that. He can get dirty if need be, Holmes, period. You want a guy like that up front. He will be your center. He could potentially be your starting center. A lot of new names, new faces along the whole line. I repeat, along the whole damn offensive line, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Then you bring in an experienced, vetted coach, O-line's coach, who can lead them, direct them in the right direction, period. Show them new techniques, right? New ways of playing ball, because he's an NFL vet or he's a former NFL player and NFL coach. Coached on some of the best teams, bro. So he's experienced the game. He understands the game at the highest level. He understands what to look for, how to improve technique, right? How to improve physicality, teaching, right? Teaching players a certain mentality, level of aggression. Boom. So expect to see a totally different O-line and run game from Bama this year. I repeat, expect to see a totally different run game and O-line performance from Alabama. All right, assuming that Ryan Grubb changes his certain ways in play calling as well. Here we go. Boom, roll tide.
Few weeks, you could really see him take some strides there with his strength numbers, and I think that's probably giving him confidence when he steps on the football field. And again, we haven't even put pads on, and it's hard to evaluate.
Here we go. Army says, who's your biggest difference maker that we brought in through the portal, and who's your biggest freshman difference maker from high school that just came in? Hey, shout out that boy Army coming in with the questions too, man. That boy Army coming in hot with them good questions, man. I like it. I like it. I love it, Holmes. I want some more of it, Holmes. Heavy. Oh yeah, roll tide. Great question, though. Great question, Army. Well, first off, the biggest difference maker through the portal, I would say Terrence Green. I would say Terrence Green, definitely. I got to go with the big body, the big dog, the big boy, Terrence Green. I feel like he gives you a true nose tackle, whatever you want to call him, whether you want to call him bandit, whatever position he's at, he solidifies those trenches. Where are the games won? The trenches. Where did Bama lack last year? Especially versus teams like Indiana, in the trenches, Holmes, period. So I think Terrence Green elevates your defense quickly and swiftly. quickly and swiftly, baby. No cap. I like Caleb Woodson as well, though. I like Caleb Woodson as well. You know, if I gotta name an honorable mention, it would be Caleb Williams, Holmes. So I just love everything he brings to the table, and he's versatile as hell. Fast, sideline to sideline, but he can cover a receiver. He can cover a receiving running back. He can run with a receiver. Holmes. He can lock down a tight end, man to man combat, and all that. So he elevates your defense as well. Kane Walmack will have fun with him. I repeat, Kane Walmack is going to have fun, a hell of a time with him. Roll Tide. Yeah, man, straight up. Yeah. Great question by Army. Hold on, he asked one more. And who's your biggest difference maker coming out of high school? I'm gonna have to say Xavier Crowell. But damn, that's tough, Army, because I like Sedarian Morgan too. Hold on, that's even tougher, Army. I like Xavier Griffin as well. Damn. Oh man, Holmes, heavy. That's a tough one because I like Sedarian Morgan, man. Xavier Griffin, he gained a massive amount of weight. And of course, Xavier Crowell, all three of those could be freshmen who start right away. You hear me, Army? Right away. Damn, but do I gotta pick one? Are you saying pick one, Army? Let me know, man. Do I gotta pick one, Holmes? Roll Tide. My choice, I'm picking all three, but you say I gotta pick one to make it interesting. Well, fuck it, I'll pick one then, dog. For real. No doubt, no cap. Roll Tide. Oh yeah. I agree with Delgatti. I've been watching his film. For sure. Roll Tide, roll Tide. Let's get it. I'm telling you, Delgatti, he's a player. He's a real player, a real dog. He probably will be your starting center. I repeat, he probably will be your starting center when all the smoke clears. He say Super Bowl pedigree, coach at that. Big facts. Adrian Clem, Super Bowl pedigree as well, Holmes. Big facts. All right. Not a lie told. And make sure if you come in the chat, like it up. Make sure if you come in the chat, like it up. You hear me, dog? Support the channel, support the grind. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride, baby. No doubt. Don't get me started on Grub. Deboer could be gambling with his job if Grub flops again. Oh, man. You ain't never lied, Army. You ain't never lied, Army. For real. I repeat, for real. Ill. Nah, dog. You ain't never lied, Holmes. For real. Ill. Oh, yeah. For real, bruh. Yeah, I'm probably get up out of here like in 5 more minutes. Probably finish up this video later, but shout out Kalen Deboer. Shout out K-Dog, who we rocking, man. Me and Army rocking. Let's get it. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide. Matter of fact, I'll probably finish that on finish this interview on Thursday. Next Bama Live probably will be Thursday. Yeah. So here we go, man. Back to these questions before I get up out of here. Once again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, dog, and hit that bell. That's what most fans miss. The game is won in the trenches. Skill is nice, but the big uglies win the games. Talk to them. Where the sirens at? Army coming in hot all damn night. Heavy, man. Said these boys are coming out of high school as hell now. For real, dog. And boys coming out ready. You see Xavier Correll, he's mature, Holmes. Body mature. That's very important. No doubt. Sedarian Morgan, big mature. Xavier Griffin, right? Big mature. No doubt. He say, just subscribe. Much appreciated, Holmes. Much appreciated, Holmes. Let's get it, bro. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Full of pride. Oh, yeah. Let's go, Holmes. For real. Yeah, I'll be doing my next live for Bama on Thursday, dog. I usually flip flop between Minnesota Vikings. I'm a big Vikings fan, as you know already. I'm sure Army. So I do Vikings and Alabama content. Lock in with me on the Vikings content as well. You hear me? Heavy. You want to come hop in, hit the chat during the Vikings live, talk Bama ball, do that as well, bro. You got some new Alabama football news for me? Chime in and do it as well, bro, for sure. You hear me? Period. No cap. But like I say, tomorrow probably be just the Vikings live, right? Thursday probably be back to the flip flop, the switcheroo, locking in with Bama. But lock in with me no matter what, man. Anytime I'm live, for real. Hey, share this with any and everybody you know. Lock in with me. Make sure you tell them lock in with me, man. For real. He said, "Where you from?" Sounds like Louisiana. I'm from Mobile. Hey, shout out Mobile, Alabama. I'm from Alabama too, Holmes. Shout out Mobile, Alabama in the building, dog. Shout out the whole state, Alabama, dog. No cap, huh? Where the sirens at, man? Bama in the building. Bama in the building. You hear me? Heavy, man. Shout out Mobile, Alabama, bro. Shout out Mobile, Alabama, Holmes. Early. Hey, Army, make sure you stay aware out there too, dog. No cap. You know how I go down in the boogie downtown. Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. He says I'll be there. Much appreciated for sure. I'll share it out with all. Let me see. I'll share it out with all Bama fans. My dog, my Levy dog in the building. Much appreciated to your homes. Appreciate you, bro. Early. You know, for real. Yeah, man, for real. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a little more of this Deboer talk. About 4 more minutes of it. Then I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. Once again, shout out Army in the building, man. No cap. Locking in with me. Make sure you lock in with me tomorrow as well. You know how we coming, know how we rocking and rolling.
Evaluate that right now, but him going out there, making the calls and getting things started, that's what a center's got to do, and he's done a good job so far.
Coach, with it being so early in spring practice, what are you looking for from your team? You said you haven't put pads on, but what are those little things you're wanting to see this time?
Yeah, I mean, you're always trying to build and reestablish your culture with every new team, and then it doesn't matter how many guys are new. The year starts over, and so we're trying to reestablish and build on the culture that we have in place, but reestablish what this team's going to be about. You're really focusing on execution every single day, trying to get better at and repetitions, makes us all better. And then, we'll get to situational stuff as spring goes on. We were great in those moments a year ago, but the fundamental things, and our guys need to walk away from here when we get done with the spring with an understanding of our scheme. As again, with so many new guys, that's got to be there, but also how their techniques that we're teaching apply to the opportunities and moments that they're in. And so just walking away where they can do things in the summer when they have the player run practices, continue to get better, really have an understanding of what coaches expect.
Coach, I know you've probably spent a couple of times in the last couple of months scouting from last season to this season. Where do you think you need to make the biggest improvement?
What was the first part you said?
The scouting.
Scouting. Yeah. I think there's a couple pieces. One, you got to make sure that you continue to maintain the strengths of who you were. 2 years ago, and I don't think we were necessarily undisciplined. There was just a lot of moving.
Build on your strengths, improve your weaknesses, right? Right. Look, shout out to K-Dog. Looked like he definitely shedded some weight, shedded some pounds in the bookie downtown. It really goes down. Period, point blank, no cap. But yeah, bro, it starts with coaching. I'm glad he understands that. You don't got to change who you are, lose your identity, but certain things must be repaired.
Moving pieces, and a lot of guys probably overthinking a step slow, and now you get a holding call or defense pass interference. But, we went from one of the bottom teams in the league penalty-wise to the best. And so that's got to stay a strength, turnover margin. It still cost us at times, and the games we lost, there were turnovers, and losing that, was critical. But
got to protect the ball, no cap.
We didn't have the the peaks and the valleys.
As long as we can develop and retain all these new freshmen, the future can be bright. Hey, that's real shit, Army. That's real shit, Holmes. No doubt. Straight up. Yeah, especially in this day and age, of college football, the realm we are in now, right? It's hard. It's tough to retain players anyway. You know, so if you can retain the bulk of your team, Holmes, you're in a great spot. Hell yeah. He say Southern Heat melting the pounds off that and the stress of coaching. Hey, bro. Hey, whatever. Hey, he getting right, man. They say Deboer been in that damn sun. Heavy, man. Period. No cap. But yeah, I'm going to finish this up later. I'm finna get up out of here. Shout out my big dogs, my Levy dogs, right? Everybody in the chat. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Once again, make sure you lock in with me. You are much appreciated. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. I repeat, hit that bell. Home, support the grind, support the channel. Shout out my Levy dog Army coming in, rocking with me, locking in with me, and I'll holler at y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. You know what it is, huh? Big SKOL here. Roll Tide full of pride, win, lose, or draw. But guess what? We come to win. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. Roll Tide. Believe that.